Hello YouTube, this is Jessica from Same APKs. Welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to install ROS and we're going to get the image crate installed in your computer. So I'm right now on a Mac, but like I said, the documentation that ROS has is very good. So they do a pretty good job explaining not only for Mac, or if you have Linux or Windows. Um, the best thing to do is just take this here right here. By the way, I already have these. I'm including this in my GitHub page so you can follow if you get stuck. But it's basically it's the same thing that they're doing in here. Is what I have on my page there. Where is this one? So we go. Is this is the same line? So you're gonna copy and paste this, or you can go to mine. You copy and paste, and you put it into the terminal. You open a terminal, and there it goes. You hit enter. It's going to download this installer, and all you need to do is follow prompts. If you're in a Mac, on Mac, or if you're in Linux, I will show you. I already have it installed. I'm just doing it for you, for your sake, so you see. But mine is already installed. So there you go. So it's going to you just follow this one. Just press enter, and it should just follow the prompts. I'm going to cancel mine because I already have it installed. And once you have it, it's going to tell you, like they have here. If you see that, that means process installed. So you're doing good. Okay. And then you're going to go here into your C, and if you it's going to give you the version number, and most importantly the cargo version. And if you use Rust up like this, the Rust, as you can see there, you're getting cargo and Rust installed at the same time. That's why I'm using this line. That's why I'm showing you this one. Okay, so that way you don't have to worry about cargo. Everything is done in once. You're going to need a compiler. You're going to need a GCC or CLang if you're in the Mac world. If you're in Ubuntu or Linux, you're going to need the build essential package. So it's just sudo apt-get build essential. You know the spiel. If you're in the Windows world, it's a little bit more complicated, but if you follow here the prompts, you should be okay. Just use PowerShell and all that. You should not have a problem, even if you're on Windows. So let's continue. So now we're going to be here. So we already did all of that. Now we're going to create the package. So we're going to take this, copy and paste, and then we're going to go here and create this package called YouTube Image Viewer. And it's going to create this right there. Going to CD into it. And this is what you're going to have inside. You're going to have a TOML file, and you're going to have an SRC file, a source directory. TOML file. I don't know if you remember, if you've been around for a while, in the old days, I think that they still use YAML. It's not as popular as it used to be. But when Android used to use a lot of YAML files, and this is the YAML way of doing things. This is the JSON way of doing things. And this is the TOML way of doing things. Very similar. Instead of YAML, they used the here, as you can see, they don't use any of the square brackets. JSON uses the brackets, the curly braces, sorry. But here, instead, the TOML file uses square brackets. So that's the only thing. Instead of having two curly braces, they have two square brackets. But basically, it's the same thing. Also, JSON, and YAML doesn't kind of use that. So don't be afraid just because you see TOML. I actually I see TOML used more and more lately. Even Python is using it. So what we're doing here, inside that TOML file, you're going to open it now. But before we do that, let's go into open it in Visual Studio. And you're going to be inside your Visual Studio. Let's close this and then open a terminal in Visual Studio. Close this, close that, and on the deactivate, use you, and this, remind me later. Okay, so we'll continue with this, and that is your source file, source directory with your main file. Inside that main file, well, let me show you cargo first. Cargo is going to have the package, it's going to have the package name, the version, the edition, and the dependencies is going to be empty because it's brand new, right? So we're going to add the dependency, is the image dependency, right? That we saw here. Oops, wrong one. Is this one right here. As you remember, if we go here, Studio, is here. Just copy and paste here this image. Don't leave any spaces. TOML files are very similar to make files in C and C++. They do not like spaces. They like things a certain way. So be careful, or it will not compile. And then you like this, no good. So just make sure that you don't leave any spaces. Save it. And now you're going to do this. You're going to do cargo build, and it's going to compile. If it doesn't compile, you might have a problem with your GCC compiler or your CLang Clang compiler. If you're using Mac, just make sure you have your compile set up. And if everything is green and you have this, it says finished, that's good. That's a good sign. So now it created this target directory, and it also created the cargo lock, just like it's like package lock from TypeScript. Very similar. So now we're going to see inside the main file is going to have the hello world, and we're going to run it to make sure it works. So you're going to do cargo run, and there it goes. Hello world. If you got that, we're doing good. And basically, that's how you set up Rust. That's how you set up cargo. That's how you set up the image dependency. And now in the next tutorial, we're going to start working with images. We have a lot of room to cover, so I will see you in the next tutorial. If you like this tutorial, please click the like box, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Take care.